Did you know that your body position actually affects what you remember, or in this case, your memory? Ridiculously refreshing and fun.
This is Task Us on Air. Welcome to Breaktime Bites, the place to be for that quick brain break.
This is a show where we talk about super random facts about anything under the sun. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and let's have fun. Rebecca, I got another fun fact for you today, and it's an interesting one.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Did you know that your body position actually affects what you remember, or in this case, your memory?
Does it now?
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Rebecca. Are you sitting up straight?
Absolutely not.
I know, neither am I. Let's try this together. Okay. Everybody that's listening, try and sit up straight and make sure you have a straight posture.
Is that it?
Oh man, this feels weird, but we're supposed to do it. So let's do it.
Why do I feel I feel like one of those awkward things like, let me sit back.
Well, so that bad posture just isn't just giving you a backache. You know what else it's giving you?
No.
Negative memories. Yeah, that's right. Negative memories.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the fun fact is that a 2012 article published in Biofeedback found that sitting and looking downward makes it easier to recall negative memories like hopelessness, helplessness, powerless, or feeling of being defeated, while sitting upright and looking upward makes it easier to recall positive, empowering memories.
I don't feel empowered. I'm looking up.
Oh, Rebecca, you should feel empowered. You're a strong woman.
Strong woman. I'm empowered.
So I guess this is why my psychiatrist told me to lay back and look upward. Make sure I was recalling positive and empowering memories.
Yes, that will help your session.
You know, I was really wondering that because like you see it all the time in the movies, right? You know, they're going to the psychiatrist or a therapist or something and they're laying down. I've always wondered why they have them laying down. Are they, trying to relax or, what it is? Apparently, they're trying to make them recall positive and empowering memories.
Interesting.
Right?
It all makes sense now.
It's not just it's about sitting upright. So we got to make sure we got that good posture this whole episode, Rebecca. We got to do that.
It feels really awkward.
Well, my wife does this to me all the time. She'll, especially since we're work from home or, whenever I'm playing, even when I'm playing games or streaming or something like that, right? She'll be like, Ross, you're not sitting up straight.
Oh, really? She sounds like that.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Shh, it's our secret, guys.
I can't do it, and it's funny because I used to sit up like all the time. So fun fact about Rebecca, she was in band, right? So
I was
used
in
to
band
sit
too.
Of course you were. I love it. I used to sit like, I'm gonna try it right now. So it's weird in this computer chair, but I used to sit at the edge of my seat all the time. Like it was just habit because you're supposed to, with my feet square to the floor. Yeah. And they make you sit like this so you can breathe better. But I used to just sit like this all the time, and I would just sit and I would, type or I would whatever. And it was my normal posture. And now I kind of do this.
Yep. Same
I feel like
here.
It's with age.
I was in band too. And you're talking about like where you have to sit like with your behind, like on the edge of the seat, right? And you have to sit up like this. For those of you looking, I'm like literally on the edge of my seat, right?
Yeah. I tried. I just didn't want to do too far because I didn't want to like move the seat and like me fall out of it because that would be a whole nother.
Oh, that's happened before. That happened to me. Like way back in the day in like 7th or 8th grade. I can't remember which one. I think it was 7th grade because I was still in private school. Like you sit so far forward that the legs just kind of go out from underneath you.
That would be me on the air. That'd be great.
Rebecca, you said you were
Yes.
in band.
Yes.
What instrument did you play?
Clarinet.
No way.
Why?
I was a clarinet player.
Oh my God, we're nerds together. Yay. I love
Well, we were probably like in like band competitions against each other.
Oh, I'm sure. Right.
Were
Because
you
you're
in
from
San
the area?
Antonio?
I wasn't. Actually, I grew up in a little town, Pleasanton.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this.
Yeah. So a little further south.
Okay.
But yeah, did go to
Well,
band competitions.
we probably like in the small world that it is, because it's band, right? And there's like
True.
hundreds and hundreds of bands when you had a band competition, right?
True. Very true.
No, I totally understand that posture, right? You have to sit on the edge of your seat. This was more like, what do you call it? Not the marching band, but the classical, the concert.
Yeah, concert. Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to sit on the edge of your seat, hold up your instrument, and yeah, that posture helped you with your breathing, right?
Your breathing, your diaphragm, all of that good stuff that you probably should do, which is why posture is important, not only for your positive, empowering thoughts, but in general, that's just not what we do.
Ever since we were work from home, I've heard so many stories about people like, well, I don't have a chair at home. I don't have an office chair. I don't have a desk or anything like that. Right. So a lot of people ended up buying chairs, during the pandemic. Did you do that, Rebecca?
So I didn't buy a chair. I got like a chair hand-me-down from my brother. Is it my favorite chair? No. But I need to buy a chair because obviously we've been here like over a year. I still have yet to buy a chair. Oh, I've just been in the uncomfortable one in my room.
Well, maybe it's time to buy that pandemic chair that everybody else has bought.
I should.
Yeah. I ended up buying like a couch. Like I needed a couch to sit in because I got tired of sitting in my office chair.
Yeah, it can be like, honestly, I do switch where I sit a little bit. I know for us, we're on laptops. The only thing is in my actual office desk, I have 2 screens. Right. If I go mobile, I don't, which, when we're in office, I never, we're always mobile. So,
right.
Sometimes I'll switch up where I sit because of the same thing. Like, I'm like, I'm tired of sitting in this chair. I'll go sit
what I
else.
do miss? I definitely miss this about working in the office is the standing desks.
So yes, at the Galaxis, they had the standing desk. So I was in one of the older sites, one of the first sites in San Antonio. So we didn't have the standing desk, but there were little bit higher elevated desks that we could stand at. So I could sit, stand, do whatever, you know what I mean? To have that balance. I do miss that as well. Absolutely miss that.
I feel like I lost weight literally by standing more than I did like sitting all the time, right? Because you actually do burn a little bit of energy just literally by standing, right?
Yeah.
I definitely miss that. It's great to be able to actually work and stand at the same time. That might be my pandemic buy. Will absolutely have to be the standing desk. That'll fix my posture because then I'll just be standing and it'll be straight up.
Absolutely. I actually have looked into those. Haven't bought it yet, but I've looked into having the little bit elevated desk just to have that, variety during the day, because that definitely was helpful. I loved standing, walking around. I feel like I walk around my house a lot too, just, part of process, right? I'm thinking through something. But
have you had any crazy experiences since working from home? This is Task Us On Air's Breaktime Bites, the place to be for that quick brain break.
Stay tuned for new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Central. To know more about us, visit taskus.com. I don't think I've had any crazy experience. I mean, it was a little hectic when we initially went home and my child was going to school and, me trying to work from home. It was a little nutty, not going to lie. But I don't think there's anything super crazy that's happened to me. What about you?
Well, I think you're forgetting about the snowstorm of 2020.
Oh, that you know what? I was thinking initially we went home. I totally forgot about. I mean, we're already getting into our drought season, Ross. You know,
Right.
the snowvid isn't
Mhm.
even in my mind. That was a little nutty. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. In general,
For those of
being at
you that
home,
don't know about the snowstorm, North America and specifically like the Texas area was like hit by a huge like snowstorm, and a lot of people were actually without power or frozen pipes and stuff like that for almost a week. So for those of you that didn't know what exactly that was, that's what we're talking about.
and for those, another disclaimer, right? Most people are like, okay, it's snow, calm down. Okay, South Texas, we do not do well with anything but rain and drought. That's what we
Right.
know. So if it rains a lot, like what's going on, right? Or
Right.
when the snow came, it's like, wait, it doesn't get that cold. Like it gets cold here, but never that cold to have that much rain. Like
Mm-hmm.
it came down and there was inches of snow
Yep.
when we're used to maybe it coming down and then it melts.
Yep.
That's as much as it.
They're like, snow, what's that?
Oh my goodness. That was probably the only crazy thing that happened.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was already out of my mind. Totally forgot.
And that was only like what, 3-4 months ago? So talk to me a little bit about what you miss most about working in the office. Cause I know exactly what I miss, but what do you miss, Rebecca?
I probably miss the most is people. I am a people person. I like to speak to people. I mean, granted, we do it on virtual calls, but it's not the same. I know for me being in my position, one thing I loved to do was always be on the floor with my people. Going around saying good morning, how are you doing? Carrying conversations with them just in passing. That was something that helped my day. And that was my break. I didn't really take a full break off the floor. I would just take a break from my laptop and go talk to people in between meetings and things like that. And I think that's what I miss the most, besides also just walking around. Like, I feel like I got more exercise in general being on site.
I 100% agree. We've been working on this this whole return to office, plan for my campaign. And so we've been on site for, 2 days out of the week. And I that was the thing that I missed the most, was absolutely the people, seeing the people. And when I say the people, I'm not just talking about my team leads. I'm not talking about just agents. I'm literally talking about everybody that is involved on our site, whether that be facilities, community, IT, security, even the security guards. They still know me. They know me by, hey, Ross, how's it going? I miss you. I haven't seen you in forever. Right. And that right there is the thing that I missed the most, right? Is all of the people that you don't necessarily interact even directly on your campaign with, right? All of the people that put everything together, right?
Absolutely. I miss also seeing my peers, other OMs. Like we used to always, if somebody was grabbing something to eat or whatever and brainstorming ideas in person with each other was another thing that absolutely I miss. That, we do it, like I said, virtually, but it's so much, we're having a day or something's, boggling our mind a little bit, and talking that through in person was something that I absolutely miss.
Yeah. Is there any specific part of the office that you miss? Like maybe the production floor, the break room, the front desk? Is there a specific part of the office that you miss?
I think and I came from one of, our sites that was downtown. So there were different floors to us, and just the energy that you felt when you walked onto the floor. Everybody kind of, everyone's buzzing, right? Because, we did live cues in our office. And so, everybody's buzzing, you hear, everything, but it's just like an energy burst that you feel. And that's the part of the office. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the break room. I like the food. I love food, but definitely miss that energy portion of it. I don't know about you. What about you?
Well, as most people know me, I love food. So it's definitely like the break room lunch area. Mainly because, everybody, that's the one place where all different campaigns from all different walks of life
Yeah.
can get together. It's the one place where
Sure.
everybody's like allowed. Everybody's allowed in the break room, right? Or the lunchroom, whatever you want to call it. That personally is my favorite place because I'm all for inter-campaign connectivity, like actual site
Absolutely.
connectivity, where it's not just like, oh, well, this is my campaign. Oh, that's your campaign. I want everybody to be one unit, one site, right?
Yeah.
And then once we get to that, I want inner site, like, where it's not, one side against the other. It's, we're all one. We're one Taskus. We're one family. We're one very, very large family. That even spans multiple continents and countries.
Yes. I do I feel, in this, virtual world, though, I think we've expanded more of our, inclusivity with our global groups.
Absolutely.
That, it's changed the dynamic, but for the better. And us being able to see all of our other sites a little bit more than we did before. And I think that's absolutely, with that in mind, just global inclusivity overall. So, but, I do miss on site. I miss people. Oh my God, I miss people.
You know what I am going to miss though, Rebecca? I'll tell you what. So, how since we've been work from home, when somebody logs into Google Meet, it clearly says their name right there. And you're like, oh, hey, Rebecca, how are you doing? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
When we go back on site, there's no title that goes above their head. And, knowing me, I try and learn everybody's names. Mind you, as managers, we have, anywhere from 50 to 150 people underneath us, right?
Right.
I want to know your name, but if you don't have that title hanging above your head like you do on Google Meets, I'll be like, hey, I know your face. I like you. You're really awesome, but I don't remember your name.
I used to memorize people's teams by where they sat in the office. So it has challenged me a little bit more to learn team names with all of that, because I'm like, wait, I don't have, oh, you sit here next to this person and you sit here. That's how I did my memory game before on people's names. And I didn't have that. So it's been really, really hard.
I've done the exact same thing. And, there's no one sitting in the same place, on Google Meets. They're literally at their house.
Yeah. And then they change, if their camera was off and then they turn it on and then everybody's like, wait, the titles moved. What happened?
Yep. Or if you're like the people on my campaign, your virtual background changes every, 30 minutes, sometimes sooner. You're like, wait, didn't you have a different background, 30 seconds ago? Oh yeah, I did. But this one's better.
That's funny.
All right, Rebecca, I got to check. How's your posture now?
It was up. Now it's up.
Now it's up for me too. I was there, but I wasn't fully there.
Yeah.
I'm fully back on.
It was slightly slouched. Not as bad as when we started this podcast.
Well, how is y'all's posture, those that are listening? Just want to check in and make sure that y'all understood that posture does affect your memory. And if you sit up, you'll actually recall positive, empowering memories. Well, guys, that is a wrap. What random fact do you want to talk about tomorrow? Did the posture help you? Let us know on our social media pages, Facebook and YouTube @TaskUs, and on Instagram and Twitter @TaskUsTX. Hope you guys have a great day.
Talk to you soon.